I have found 21 tiny meme coin plays that are moving fast, flying under the radar, and showing dangerously strong momentum. We will start this show with the top daily runners, break down the exact chart levels for sniper entries, and then dive into the next ICM narratives, AI gems, all with massive upside. Some of these look eerie, like pre-pump bonk, and if you're serious about catching the next bonk or Shiba Inu breakout before the herd, stay locked in. The last few plays could change your entire cycle. Press that like button, let's get onto it, no time to waste. Alright friends, let's start out with one of the daily runners right now, which is CHILLHOUSE, which is basically this guy, the chill guy plus Housecoin, all mixed together. Whatever, this is insane. Honestly, not that big of a fan of this meme, but Ansem is pushing it. And so what I think is, you gotta give me 1.9 to 1.21 million market cap. Like, you gotta give me this entry. So I went on Axium, I left the limit order right in the middle, and it either gets hit and I'll probably like make a good trade here on this V-shaped recovery, or I'm not just gonna get in, because to be honest, I'm not that big of a fan of this one. But we have better ones coming soon. So on to the next. Now we had hoodrat. Look, volume is coming down on this one. It pumped to 2 million, usually the top. We can basically say wave 1, wave 2, and now wave 3. We're making lower highs, and so the entry would be between 650 and 400k market cap when it comes to hoodrat. Again, Axiom, use it and always use limit orders and just be patient for your entries. On to the next, 𝗘𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗧𝗏. This one I sold here at 2.5 to 2.6 million market cap because I saw 𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏, which is a very famous guy, and he was saying I gotta wait for 2 million market cap to enter, and I was like, okay, here's 2 million market cap, have my bags, 𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏, have them. But sadly, it still went to 5 million market cap. But to me, this looks like wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. So possible correction, re-entry. I will re-enter 𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏, which was one of the best trades I've given on this entire show. Right here at 200k, we got a 20x, 1.6, 1.36 million market cap. Right here, this is where I'm looking to enter. Why? Very simple. Previous resistance here, previous resistance turned into support 2 times here. Okay, that's the entry. 1.64 and 1.36. So 𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏, great trade. I mean, I hope you guys taking massive profits on this one. Now we have FITCOIN, another daily runner. Look, wave 1, wave 2, and then there's probably going to be wave 3, so it's probably going to go to a little bit above 20 million market cap. But the thing is, this where we are could be a fake out just like this, and we can go a little bit deeper. And I think at least 6.99 million would be a good entry for me, or a little bit of a deeper pullback to something like 5.5, 5.3, and then we can go and get that third wave when it comes to FITCOIN. I think this is also like a tiny ICM play, like many of these other ICM plays that we have been seeing, but that's what I'm seeing when it comes to FITCOIN. Now we have this one. Do not trade this one. This one's doing very well. It just exploded out of nowhere. Okay, the liquidity isn't that bad, and it's at 200 million market cap almost, but this is not an organic looking chart. To me, this screams scam. This screams like it's gonna do something like this and go to zero. They're just gonna pull the liquidity, I think. I mean, I don't know, it's looking extremely weird. I would not trust this coin. On to the next, we have play. Now PlayMind is also a daily runner. I think this is part of like the whole AI and also ICM meta. My entry for this one, look, it bumped a lot. Very weird looking chart, the way it's accumulating. Like we have heavy buys and heavy sells here, and so I would want for it to pull back at least 1.88 million market cap and also 1.44 million market cap. I think this would be like a perfect entry when it comes to play. That's what I'm eyeing right now, and pay attention to this one because I think this one could be very good. Now on to the next, we have Glimpse, another good trade here on the show. I shared this a little bit below, I think a little bit below 3 million market cap. It was 2.72. Now we're encountering resistance because this is the 1.6 fib line extension. This is the previous resistance here, and the resistance, as I told you guys yesterday, is 7.5. So if you wanted to like scalp this, maybe sell a little bit, getting below, etc., well, you could have done that. You can always scalp, but I'm waiting for higher because this is part of the whole ICM AI utility meta that we're seeing like since Collect. A lot of these more utility based plays have been doing quite well, and Glimpse.fun I think is very fun. It's basically you're trading attention and you're trading all of these different types of KOLs. Like you can buy me there if you want, but anyways, my price target is still the top of the fib extension, which is the 4.2 fib extension at 17.48 million and 3.6. Now I'm going to start charting these charts higher because Bitcoin is almost breaking new all-time highs. Once it does, all these things we're talking about, my friends, they'll go explosive. So pay attention to the show, like things will get insane. If you thought the Trump days when he was launching his meme coin were crazy, wait until Bitcoin is at like $200,000 a coin. But anyways, I'm still holding my Glimpse. Like it can come back to 3.99 for example, retest this previous resistance, but I'm just gonna wait. Then we have Lore had 4 small accumulation days. People just kept accumulating, and now it's down. I mean, it's still still at like 2 million market cap. It's the same. I'm gonna be patient, just like I almost gave up on Colette. I kind of gave up on SAC, but then I re-entered. So I'm just gonna be patient with 𝗨 because I think this could play. It could be something similar. We have useless coin. Useless coin was like a perfect entry. It's now at resistance, maybe a slight pullback, but until new all-time highs, I'm not looking to do anything when it comes to useless, and it's looking good. It's looking good. But yeah, this was like a very good scalp. I didn't sell anything. It was like a 50% scalp, but if you guys scalp this and you want to take profits here close to resistance, yeah, I think it's probably a good idea. But to me personally, I'm just going to wait for a higher. Let's see what happens. Then on to the next, we have Housecoin. Housecoin is one of the ones I'm most bullish on. I think Housecoin will do the third wave is going to be insane. I think it's going to go to 200 million market cap. So I'm waiting for 200 million market cap on House. That's my price target. I haven't plotted any fibs because you have ones, then you have twos, and then you have fives. Usually ones with a lot of zeros, two with a lot of zeros, fives with a lot of zeros. You know, that's where the price sort of like tops. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing on Housecoin. Another number that I've been seeing a lot, especially trading tiny caps, is 120k and 120 million. A lot of coins, for some reason, 120 is just this number is always hitting tops. It's a sequence that I'm seeing again and again and again on a lot of coins, especially the tiny ones. They all top at 120k market cap. What's the connection between that and Housecoin topping at 120 million market cap? I don't know, but just me looking at numbers, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing a lot of stuff topping at 120 million market cap. If you want to catch these breakouts early, not hours late, you need to be using Axium. I set my limit buys there. I set my limit sells there sometimes. I track sniper wallets and I spot trends before the crowd. There's a link down below. So sign up and start trading actively. Only my Axiom referrals will get into my private group that we're building for real traders. We're trying to get some very, very special things going on in the group, so it's worthwhile, and it's the best group in all of crypto, especially trading meme coins and online and on-chain narratives. So that's why the group is taking some time, because we want to build like a really, really good group. Now on to the next troll. Look, exactly as I predicted yesterday, it broke above the resistance and it came, and now let's see the resistance turn into support. It's a good buy here at 13.8. I told you guys, if you miss this, wait for 13.8. It will break above and then retouch. That's what's happening. And then we're going to continue to that 33.5 million market cap. And as I told you guys here, as it was going down, don't sell down here. Just wait, be patient, because it will probably pump back to 30 million. And so you will be back in profits. And then if you want to sell there, okay. Now on to the next. Liquid Launch. This is good hyper liquid utility play. I think they have a bot and they also have some meme coins there to trade on the Liquid Launch bot. Anyways, chart is still looking good. It went and touched the resistance that I was talking about, and now I think it's time to continue. But yeah, already hit my target because I wasn't paying attention. I actually didn't sell. But yeah, when it breaks above, or when it comes back to 20 million, a little bit above, I think I'm gonna take some profits on Liquid Launch, but it's looking good. Now on to the next. You have Uber.fund. Now this one was like a perfect entry and I have done nothing. Chart to me screams bullish still because it's on this trend line. If the trend line gets broken, then I'm probably going to round trip back to 2 million market cap, which I'm fine with, because Uber.fund, I've seen a lot of people say it's very similar to Alch, and Alch we all know went to 150 million market cap. I saw FOMO talk about Uber in that way, and so yeah, I'm gonna trust FOMO. Let's see what happens. ICM, look, ICM's looking dangerous. It's almost like it lost all its steam, to be completely honest. If ICM goes to 2.1, I'm out, and I think you should be out too. Just take the L. But for now, structure hasn't broken. It's just going sideways. There might be some whales accumulating this at this range, so don't give up yet. On to the next. We have Dupe. Dupe was a bad trade, re-accumulated lower. I'm still not in profit when it comes to Dupe, but I think I will be in profit once it comes to at least 35 million market cap. So the fact that I bought a bit lower and it now basically 2x'd from the lows sort of like helped me remain a little bit more bullish when it comes to Dupe. But I do think Dupe has a good chance to come back to that 50 million market cap range. That's where I'll be selling in profits, and I'm going to be patient because ICM is not going to go away. Now on to the next. AWR, one of my favorites. I haven't talked about AWR in a while. It didn't do our 10x, but it came and retouched this previous support. I still think it's going to go to 10 million market cap. This is a great trade. Like anyone who's been watching my show 2 months ago, I was saying buy at 800k. It's probably going to go to 10 million market cap, and you got literally a 10x out of AWR, which is not bad. Okay, now it's bouncing off of this support line. This is like the place to buy, 3.44 million market cap. And I think now with this bigger accumulation, it's probably set up for new all-time highs and that break out of this major resistance at 10 million market cap, which was this previous resistance here in February 2025. So I'm going to be patient on my AWR. On to the next. We have Prompt. Prompt was a good trade yesterday. I'm out. I have no more Prompt and I'm looking to re-enter here. I think a good re-entry point is between 3.24 million market cap and 2.43 million market cap right here. That's where I'm looking to re-enter, a tap and then a continuation. And why those points? Well, this is where the move started at 2.43, and then we have a ton of accumulation here. This is a bullish fair value gap. So yeah, I think this is a good entry. Liquidity usually goes back to these fair value gap accumulation ranges. Okay, these bullish fair value gaps. On to the next. We have OMNI Launch. OMNI Launch is looking a bit weak. The trend line got broken, but I'm going to be patient just like I was with Colette, and I have some limits stacked here to accumulate this one. I'm still basically like round tripped. It went to 3 million. It's now back at 1.6. And yeah, I'm looking to accumulate a little bit more for that 1.6 fib line extension at 6.93 million market cap. This was where I'll be taking some profits, and I'm just waiting patiently. Let's see what happens. Of course, if this thing goes below 1 million and it goes like 700k, 800k, I'm gonna sell and take a loss. But look, the loss is not going to be that big because we were buying very close to the line. Now on to the next, we have LaunchCoin. LaunchCoin is looking good still, but I think it's gonna go here and touch 210, 200 million market cap. That's where I will start looking to maybe buy, because I still think it can pull a little bit deeper, okay? At least 145 million. Now on to the next cycle. This one I didn't take. It almost came and touched my fib. I had a fib here very close to 3.45. Sadly, it did not touch, but it came very close. So I hope some of you guys caught it and sold it, because yeah, I was looking just to scalp this thing and not hold it for a very long time. Now on to the next, we have PER. PER is my hyperliquid meme. Still, look, accumulation still going up. PER is still going up. It's looking quite good. Look, I think once it breaks out of this zone here and there's going to be some resistance here, then we can keep going higher and higher and higher when it comes to PER. And I think like PER is worth a while to wait for that 8.5x to the top. It's the biggest meme on hyperliquid. So if you think altcoins, the new ones like SUI, like hyperliquid will do well when Bitcoin is at 120, 130k market cap, what do you think happens to the biggest meme coin on hyperliquid? Look, I'm pretty sure it's gonna go up a lot. So anyways, that's it for today. We just went through 21 of the strongest meme coin plays across Solana-based ICM and AI narratives. If you watched closely, you've now seen exactly where the daily runners are breaking out and where to position before the next explosive moves. So remember, this space moves insanely fast. The entries we discussed today and yesterday, they won't last. So make sure you're tracking the right data, you're setting your levels properly, and you are staying alert. If you want real-time edge and if you want sniper execution, obviously trade with the best trading platform for online on-chain trading, which is Axium. It's basically the Binance of Solana, and there's a link down below. So I will catch you tomorrow with more charts, with more alpha. Let's get on to it. See you tomorrow.